Okay, so 4 people here, James, Sean, Beth and Elizabeth, 4 members of a family. They add up their ages to give a total of 77 years. Okay, so if they add up their ages, that's what it comes to. It says that in these conditions, James is 4 years older than Sean, James is 5 times the age of Ben, Elizabeth is 3 years younger than Ben. Calculate the age of each family member. Okay, now the only way we can do this really is just by sort of trial and improvement. So we can have a bit of a guess really. We're going to just see if what numbers work. Okay, and I would start off with the youngest one. Okay, or what I think is the youngest one. Now clearly James isn't going to be the youngest one, isn't he? Because he's 4 years older than Sean, but he's also 5 times older than Ben. So by the looks of it, James is perhaps, one of the older ones. Okay, he might not be the oldest, but it's looking like it, isn't it? In terms of the youngest, well, James is 5 times the age of Ben, so Ben is probably quite young. But then it says Elizabeth is 3 years younger than Ben. So I'm thinking maybe Elizabeth is the youngest, possibly. Okay, so you can start off with Elizabeth. Then Ben is quite close, isn't he? Okay, so we're going to go with Ben there. Okay. And then, maybe Sean is quite close to James then in terms of age. So we put Sean here, and then James possibly the oldest, right? Now, let's see what it says. Now, Elizabeth is 3 years younger than Ben. Okay. Now, suppose we can have a guess here. Suppose I guess that Elizabeth is 1 year old. Right? Let's start with 1 because that's sort of decent number to start with. Okay, that's the youngest I suppose she could be. Well, she could be 0, I suppose, in a few months, but we'll just not complicated. We'll start with 1 for Elizabeth. And what does it say about Ben? Elizabeth is 3 years younger than Ben, so that means Ben is a bit older. Okay, Ben is going to be 3 years older, isn't he? So really, we can add 3, aren't we? We can add 3 here onto Elizabeth's age. So Ben would be 4, wouldn't he? Because then Elizabeth's 3 years younger. Okay. What does it say then here? James is 4 years older than Sean. Okay. James is 5 times the age of Ben. Okay, so whatever Ben is, we want to times this by 5. Okay, so we want to Ben's age, we want to times by 5. Yeah, so I'll put B there to represent Ben's age, and we want to times that by 5. Right, so here we at Elizabeth's age, and we added 3. Okay, so Ben's age we want to times by 5. Right, well if Ben is 4, James would be 20, won't he? And then Sean, let's say James is 4 years older than Sean. So, to get Sean's age, we need to take, what do we need to do? We need to take 4 years away from James's age. So whatever James is, we'll take 4 away. Okay? So Sean then will be 16. Okay, so we'll add these up to see what it comes to. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 16 is 21, plus 20 is 41. Now, it doesn't come to 77, so that's no good, right? So we need to try a different number. Let's try 2 for Elizabeth. Okay, Elizabeth is 2. Remember now, Ben is 3 years older than Elizabeth. So we're adding on 3 years, so that will be 5. Okay. Now, Sean is 4 years younger than James, but we need to work out what James is first. James is 5 times the age of Ben. So Ben is 5. James will be 5 times that, which is 25. And then Sean is 4 years younger than James. That will be 21. So we add these up. Okay, that comes to 7, 28, 53. Okay, so we're still not quite there, aren't we? So let's go for Elizabeth then to be 3. Right, Elizabeth is 3. Now Ben, remember, is 3 years older than Elizabeth. So that will be, make her 6. Yeah, make him 6, sorry. And then, remember now, we couldn't work out Sean, we had to work out James first. James is 5 years older, 5 times the age of Ben, so 5 times that will be 30. And remember then, Sean is 4 years younger than James, which is 26. So let's add these up. 3 plus 6 is 9, plus 26 is 35, plus 30, 65. Now, we're still not there, but we're getting closer, aren't we? We're getting closer to 77. Let's try 4 then for Elizabeth. 4 for Elizabeth. Now, Ben is 3 years older, so that's 7. James then is 5 times the age of Ben, so 5 times 7 is 35. And then Sean is 4 years younger than James, so 4 years younger than 35 is 31. So add these up. 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 31 is 42, plus 35 is 77. We've got it. Okay, we've got the ages. So Elizabeth is 4. Okay, Ben is 7. Sean is 31. And James is 35.